Okay, now we're on to the next part of the assignment, looking at dynamics and expressive techniques. When we talk about dynamics is the volume, how loud and soft something is, and expressive techniques is some of the techniques that people use when they're playing an instrument to give it more expression to whatever they're playing. So a vocalist might use a little bit of vibrato. Some people might slide up and down a note. Some people might use, if you're a violinist, you might use pizzicato where you pluck the strings, or you use the bow, which is called arco, and you bow the strings. Okay, they're all part of expressive techniques. So in this part, you have to identify 3 different dynamics and or expressive techniques. So the first 2 are an expressive techniques that we picked, and the third one is a dynamics technique. So going with number 1. So the instrument I looked at, which is the this middle column here, the bass. What technique is this performing using? And I've picked sliding, or it's called glissando, is the Italian term, or it's shortened to gliss. And the exact time that this happens is at 1 minute 41. So let's go and find it. 1 minute. And I want you to listen to the bass. Like sliding up and down. Okay, so that's an expressive technique. Another one is the electric guitar. The electric guitar use something called bends, and bends is when they, on the string, when they play it, they actually move the string with their fingers, and they move it up, and it changes the pitch up so it sounds. It's a technique that they use, and it's called, that's in the instrument solo. So how can you find something like this? You know, it can get really, really hard. So the example I'm using here is the official My Happiness Powderfinger, but you could go on YouTube and find, I'll go on another one, I think. And you can type in My Happiness Live, and often when you're watching them live, you can see how the instrument players or the performers are playing. Okay, so you can see the drummer there, how he's playing. Okay, how he's strumming, how he's singing. Guitarist there. So the part I'm looking at is in the instrumental part, which is a bit further. Up this part. There you can see one there even. You could see another technique there with the guitarist. I don't know if you could see it there, but he was doing like a hammer-off, hammer-on technique there. If I keep going. So it's this part here that the guitarist uses it, the bends. There we go. We'll have it again. There's a bend there. That is a bend. All right. Okay, and then the third thing I'm looking at is a dynamic. So that's when we're going for loud and soft. We're going to look at a part just before the first chorus. The beginning part of the song is moderately loud, and in its mezzo forte is the musical term, and often we write that here as MF. Okay, and then when the bass and drums are at it, it becomes loud, and this is in this part here just before the chorus. 51 seconds to 1 minute and 3. So let me find that for you. Yeah. 51 seconds. Okay, so it's relatively soft. It's not too soft, I'd say moderately loud. And now it's getting louder here. And louder. Okay, all right, so that's where we would put that part in there.